Great day. Great day, isn't it? I'm here again, Glory Samson. This is Heart Martyrs podcast. And like I promised in the last video that we are going to be discussing this great and controversial topic called love. We will be delving deep into this topic. We'll be extracting this topic and we'll be considering different views about this topic called love. And today is a great day. Today is the day that the Lord has made. We should rejoice and be glad in it. Have you received love today? Have you responded to love today? Have you given out love to someone today? If you've not, the day is still young. The day is still bright. You can give out love and you can also receive love. Today we'll be discussing understanding love. What is love? What is love? The last video we did, we looked at the commandment, the necessity of love. We looked at, the response to love. Who should love be given out to? How do we respond to love? Who do we invest love in? And how do we give out love? And today we'll be discussing understanding love. Understanding love. It's important to understand what this word is. This word love. It's important to understand it, and we can not really understand love if we don't look at different views concerning love. We don't look at different ideas, ideologies, opinion concerning love, and then contribute our own quota to this word called love. To live is to love, and to love is to live. That's the starter for us. To live is to love. To live is to love. To love is to live. To live is to love. To love is to live. To live is to love. To love is to live. A writer made an astute observation when he wrote, a French writer to be precise. He made an astute observation when he wrote that true love is like a ghost, which everybody talks about and a few have seen. Have you ever seen a ghost? Do I want to see one? I'll be scared. True love is like a ghost. True love is like a ghost, which everybody talks about and very few, a few have seen. Think about it. True love is like a ghost. Everybody talks about it. Everybody talks about spirits. Everybody talks about ghosts. But not everybody that talks about spirits, that talks about ghosts, have seen one. So true love was described by this French author as a ghost, which everyone talks about and a few have seen. So he's trying to say that a few have encountered love. A few. Everyone talks about love. Like I said in my last video, everyone talks about love. Everyone needs love. To live is to love is to live. To live is to love is to live. Everyone, the child, the children, they all talk about love. Adults talk about love. The elderly talk about love. True love is like a ghost. It's like a ghost. Everyone talks about it, but a few have seen it. A few have encountered it. A few have expressed it. A few have experienced it. Are you among the few that have encountered love? Are you among the few that have experienced love? If you're among them, please, you can drop in the comment section and tell us how you encountered love, how you experience love. We would love to know. We would love to hear from you. We would love to share your experience. We would love to We'd love to read your experience and would love to learn from your experience. Moving forward, the first question is, where can we turn to? Where can we turn to for a genuine knowledge in matters of true love? Where do we turn to? Where do we get the right knowledge? Where do we get the right knowledge in matters of true love? Where do we turn to for a genuine knowledge? A lot of people, a lot of authors have defined love. A lot of people have defined love based on their experience and their background. But where do we turn to for a genuine knowledge in matters of true love? The world offers many concepts of love, but are they reliable? Are they? The world has offered different concepts, divergent concepts of love, varied concepts of love, but are they reliable? Can we rely on the worldview? The Western popular culture equates love with warm feelings, physical attraction, and sexual activity. That's what the Western world equates love with. So love is equated with a warm feeling. So if you feel warm around someone, you're in love. If you have that physical attraction to someone, you are in love. If you engage in sexual activity with someone, you are in love. Is that true? Is that true? Is it possible to engage in sexual activity with someone and you're not really in love with that person? Is it possible to have physical attraction towards someone and you're not in love with the person? Is it possible to have warm feelings about someone and you're not in love with the person? The epidemic of broken relationships and failed marriages in our society tells us that something is terribly wrong with our definition of this concept called love. If our definition is right, we shouldn't have failed relationships. If love is just about a warm feeling, then that warm feeling should sustain a relationship. We shouldn't have failed relationship, because those persons that were involved in that relationship that failed once had warm feelings, once had physical attraction towards each other. In fact, some of them engaged in sexual activities. How come they broke up? How come that marriage that started happily, that marriage that commenced with the warm feelings, the marriage that started out with physical attraction, the marriage that sexual activity was involved, failed? How come? If these concepts define love, then we shouldn't have failed marriages or broken relationships. But we are bedeviled in our society with broken relationships and failed marriages every day. 1, 2, 3 marriages fall apart. 1, 2, 3 relationships get broken. What's happening? There is a problem with our definition of love. There is indeed a terrible problem with our definition of love. I submit here that the best way to learn a thing is to consult an expert. Expert opinion is the best way to get the truth about anything or any issue at hand. You seek for expert opinion. And so the best way to learn a thing is to consult an expert. Who is an expert on love? Who is an expert on love? Who is an expert on the concept of love? Of course, God is. God is. No one understands love better than God. No one. Not you, not your parents, not your mother, not your father, not your pastor, not your priest, not the native doctor, not the oracle. No one. No one, not your husband, not your children. No one understands the concept of love better than God. Why? Why? Because he is not only the creator of love, but he established it as a central foundation stone for human experience. God created love. God created love. God created love. God created love. And not only did he create love, he established love as the foundation stone for human experience. He established love. He established love. So he didn't only create love, he established love as the foundation stone for human experience. If you go to 1 John 4 verse 8, it says, God is love. There's no better description of God than to define him or describe him as love. He described himself as love. God is love. So if you want to experience love, if you want to experience genuine love, then you are in for a journey to experience God. You are in for a journey to experiencing God. For you to experience love, you must experience God, because God is love. So love is God. So the moment you are talking about love, you're talking about God, you're talking about God, you're talking about love. There's no better way to define love than to define God. And there's no better way to define God than to define love. So if you've ever experienced love, then you must have experienced God. And if you've ever experienced God, then you are experiencing love. What does God say about love? Love, as presented in the Bible, is not primarily an emotion, but an attitude of the heart. What does God say about love? The fastest way to see what he said about love is to go to the perfect law of liberty, to go to the manual, his manual for living, which is the Bible. And the Bible did not present love as primarily an emotion. No. The Bible did not present love as an emotion. The Bible did not present love primarily as an emotion, but an attitude of the heart. So the Bible presents love as an attitude of the heart, the state of the heart. Emotions are not subject to command. You can't command emotions. No one can be ordered on how he or she should feel. That's why the Bible did not define love primarily as an emotion, because no one can command or order someone or another person on how he or she should feel. No, nobody. Emotion is not the subject of command. Throughout the Bible, the Lord commands his people to love. The Lord commands us to love. Throughout the Bible, God commands us to love. So love in the Bible is not primarily emotions, but a command. If you look at Deuteronomy 6:5, it said, love the Lord thy God. Love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy mind, with all thy strength. So we are commanded to love. Can you command or order someone on how he or she should feel? So we are commanded in the Bible to love. If you go to John 13:34, he said, a new command I give you. A new command I give you. This is direct, that you love one another. So love, as defined in the Bible, is not primarily an emotion, but a command. Biblical love is a command. Biblical love is a command. So many relationships fail today because of an inadequate concept or understanding of love. Our relationships are failing. Marriage is failing because we don't have a clear concept or an adequate concept or an adequate understanding of the concept of love. In English, we have only one basic word for love, and we use it to describe an attitude or feelings towards a wide range of objects. So you can say, I love my dog, I love my cats, I love my toy, and then you apply that same word to animate and inanimate objects. I love my husband, I love my children. Can you equate the love of a dog to the love of a child, or the love for a dog to the love for a child? Can you equate the love for a pet to the love for a spouse? But we just have one basic word for love. Other languages are not as restrictive as English in their words for love, particularly the Hebrew and the Greek. The ancient Greek used 4 different words for love. They are the phileo, storge, eros, and agape, with each word identifying a separate and a distinct type or degree of love. So phileo has its own degree, storge has its own degree, eros has its own degree, agape has its own degree of love. Now, only 2 of these words, that is phileo and agape, are actually found in the New Testament. Only two of these Greek different words for love are found in the New Testament. That's the phileo and the agape. We are going to examine all 4 loves. So in our subsequent videos, we will be examining the different types or different words for love in Greek. And why will we examine it? It will help us better to understand what true love is, as well as what true love is not. We are not basing our definition of what true love is on the English word for love. Don't forget that I said in English we just have one basic word for love, and we use that basic word to describe our feeling and attitude towards a wide range of objects, wide range of things. So we use it for inanimate, and we use that same word for animate objects. But the Bible, which is originally written in Greek and Hebrew, derives its own definition of love from these four words for love. So it's not, the Greek and the Hebrew is not as restrictive as the English in their words for love. And so based on the Greek meaning and the Hebrew meaning of love, we will be explaining this word called love. And so I would like you to stay put, watch, share, like, drop your comments in the comment section as we x-ray love and its true meaning. We really want to know what true love is, and we really want to know what true love is not, so that we deal with what is killing relationships and what's killing marriages in our society. I will see you again in my next video. Do have a wonderful time and stay blessed. Bye.